donut, glaze, sprinkles, and there we go. Look at that. Guten Morgen, everyone. We're back here in my kitchen, and no, today is not a mixing it up. I know that many of you have been looking forward to another episode of those, and there are some in the pipeline. Let's say that. But it is a cold, dark day here up in Hamburg, Germany, and I wanted to do something that I love to do on a cold, dark day, and that is
bake food.
This recipe for donuts that I want to show you is super easy. You really only need a couple ingredients that you probably already have at home, and then you can sort of pimp it and upgrade it with other things that you have. Before we start, I have to say a couple things. First of all, welcome to our special guest. So glad you could make it. And if you enjoy this recipe, make sure you check out Anne Reardon's channel because she inspired me to make this video. Now let's get baking. One of the many nice things about this donut recipe, like I said, is it's really easy, and I actually do it without making measurements. I wanna make 3 donuts today, so I'm gonna just kind of show you the amounts I use, and then you can try it out yourself. That's one nice thing about baking is you don't really need to measure. You can just go for it, and it almost always works out. So first of all, I'm just taking normal flour and putting about, I don't know, what is that? Like a cup maybe in there, half a cup. Like I said, I'm just trying to make 3 donuts, so it really doesn't have to be a lot, and this really expands when it bakes, so just try it out. Next thing you're gonna need is a little bit of butter. So that's going in here. Then we all know donuts are sweet. So I'm gonna, of course, need a little bit of sugar. Let's say 1-2 spoonfuls. I'm using almond milk. You can use normal milk if you'd like to. And I just start using drops until it sort of comes together. So you can see I'm just adding a little bit here, and then I'm gonna use my fork to sort of start making it come together to a nice sticky dough. And it goes really quickly, and that might even be as much as I need. If you want your donuts to be light and fluffy, then it's good if it is a very sticky dough. That's what we're looking like right now. Great, the next thing we're gonna wanna do is to roll it into a thin pipe form that we can cut into 3 pieces and form into the donuts. So let's flour our working space here. Just lightly dust it with flour. Then I'm putting my dough on here, and you can kind of form it into a pipe already with your fingers, and then you just kind of roll it into form on your working space. And it can be pretty thin because you'll see this is really gonna expand when we start cooking it. And let's divide that into like 3 even pieces, which I think is probably about here and here. And these are gonna then become our donuts. So now I have a piece of parchment paper or baking paper, and I'm gonna actually make these in the air fryer. If you don't have an air fryer yet in your kitchen,
you're totally missing out.
It's like magic. You can make so many great things in here, and it goes so much quicker than a normal oven. I'm already starting to wish that I made more of these because I know they're gonna turn out really good. It's almost like fail-safe. It's so easy to make donuts. So there are my 3 donuts, and first of all, I have to put a little bit of oil on them, and then I'm going to put some sugar on them as well. This is, I think, sunflower oil here. I'm gonna put a little bit of it on my fingers and just sort of like gently brush it onto my donuts. You really don't need a lot. You don't want oily donuts, but you're gonna need enough to coat it and to have something for the sugar to stick to. That's looking good. Now back to my sugar. Gently dust these with sugar. And these are ready to go into the air fryer. Like I said, the air fryer is like magic. I've got it on 180, and I'm gonna put it on about 14 minutes. And while these are cooking, we're gonna make some glaze. I always put glaze on my donuts not only because it tastes fantastic, but it makes it easier for the special things to stick on it. And I also have a super easy recipe for that, and all I use is coconut milk and then some kind of plant-based milk, cream cheese, and
a banana.
I'm gonna put about, well, you know what? This is a pretty small banana, so we're just gonna put the whole banana in here. Then a dash of coconut milk, a dash of almond milk, and the corner of the cream cheese. It's all kind of to your taste. The cream cheese gives it a nice richness. And then I usually just use a fork to start mashing this up. It takes a little bit of time, but you'll see it dissolves into a nice, smooth glaze. You see? Look at that. We've got our glaze. The donuts are almost done. Let's get this party rolling. Like I said, these always puff up and get nice and golden in the air fryer. The air fryer is like magic. You're gonna see in a second. And I've never had these go wrong. If you just follow the recipe like I did, then you'll see. All right. There they are. Look at that. These turned out really good. The first one I want to make is just a basic sprinkles donut. So all we're gonna do is dip one of the donuts in the glaze and then the sprinkles. It's really that easy. Check this out. Donut, glaze, sprinkles, and there we go. Look at that. Didn't that turn out nice? And like I said, it's just so easy. All right, the next easy variation I want to show you is topped with Oreos. Who doesn't love Oreos? And I mean donuts and a cookie together.
I'll take it.
You can't just put like a whole Oreo on a donut, of course. I'm gonna have to chop them up a little bit. Putting them on a chopping board and taking a knife, and you know, you don't have to get like the smallest pieces. This is about how I like to have it. And then we're just gonna repeat the process of dipping in the glaze, dipping in the cookies, and there you go. That one turned out really good too. All right, we're gonna do one more, and before I get to that, let me just say, if you are really into this cooking video and you wanna see a little bit of behind the scenes, make sure you check out the members only area. If you go down and click on join below this video, you can sign up to be a member of this channel and you'll see a little bit more of behind the scenes. But now I wanna do a really fun one. It is with coconut and some color and some eyeballs. This donut is inspired by a design I saw at one of the famous donut shops where it looks like the donut has a big mouth and two eyes. So I'm gonna try to recreate that. And those are usually pink. So I've got my ground up coconut here, and I'm gonna use some grenadine syrup to turn it pink because I don't have any food coloring. That should do it. Just kind of mix this up. Yeah, look, that's a nice pink color actually. And then for the eyeballs, I took these two pieces of Oreo. Can you see this? Those are gonna be the eyeballs. I'm gonna put them here. And then when I put the donut on there, it's all just gonna stick on there and become a funny
donut face.
Taking the basic donut, dipping it in the glaze, dipping it here onto my coconut and eyeball mixture. Feels like the eyeballs are on there now, and there we go. Aren't those cute? I think kids especially love these, and you know, it just looks like, it looks like a Muppet or something. Doesn't it look like something you'd see on the Muppet Show? And there you go. These are my fun, easy donut recipes and ideas. I hope you try this out at home. If you do, please let me know. Send me a picture on Instagram or on Facebook. Don't forget to go check out Ann Reardon's channel. I would love to show up on her channel. So if you have any connections to her, let me know, or write in the comments that you showed up there after being here. And in some upcoming cooking videos, I want to show you how to make fantastic, realistic looking chicken and beef using tofu. And now, I've got a date with the donut. See you soon.